Did you hear? It's been another month. It's the 1st. Can you believe it? September, the last 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 months of the year is coming up, which is crazy. I thought it was 3 months and I was ready to be more depressed, but now that I've actually counted out loud, I think, we can all take positives from the crushing inevitability of the progression of time. At least until we invent time travel, but we're not talking about Steins Gate yet. What we are talking about is reflecting on August 2025 content and looking forward to September 25, a PowerPoint by me. Aren't we all just so excited? Now, let's jump right into the news. That's an old YouTube meme. You might not understand that one. Scripted videos. We uploaded 2 videos in August of 2025. 2 Pokemon, in fact. Pokemon videos, perhaps that's supposed to say. What would these PowerPoints be without a little bit of a typo, a little bit of a missing word, a little bit of a too many words sometimes? Who knew? I should be happy with that, but I'm not. I'm really not. True. It feels like this month has sucked and nothing has happened, but we did indeed get 2 videos out. And a month where you get 2 videos out that suck is a little bit better than a 3-month period where you get no videos out, I suppose. And, one of them did bomb, but the other one got like 1.1k views. But we'll talk about that in a second. Perhaps because they didn't do very well and were kind of bad. Hey! Who's talking shit here? They were both terrific young videos. Though not really. Mewtwo Strikes Back fails where the Pokemon TV series succeeds. I added a word there, and Mew and 2 has a space between them. Like it's 2 different words. It's in fact 1 word. That's a Pocket Monster's name here. This video was okay, but it was my first real opinionated Pokemon anime video and probably a weird place to start. But it was short, and I looked at the movie for a second, and I said, let me just make this video real quick. Now, obviously, these are supposed to be, as if you know these things. If you watch the streams, obviously, this was supposed to be the 2 videos in a trilogy here, with a 3rd video about Pokemon's filler, and why it's what makes the anime good, and you shouldn't skip it and all that stuff. It's supposed to be the 3rd video. But since then, I get bored. After 2 videos, I get bored and I gotta switch, right? It happens every time. Every time I'm like, I'm doing 3 Last of Us videos and only 2 of them come out and fuck the 3rd one. Which is kind of the similar situation here, though I might eventually make that Pokemon video eventually. I thought they all fit a little bit, like, together, but that's not really true. Because, obviously, the 2nd video, we're jumping ahead a little bit, the wacky fake locations of the Pokemon anime, is kind of about a bunch of filler locations. So those would have tied together. Doesn't really tie into the first one, but who knows how my brain works. They were a trilogy in my head, and that's all that matters. But it is true, every Pokemon video before this has been, well, I only did 2 before this, was about sort of the creation of the Pokemon anime and how it's probably trickier than we comprehend in a post-Pokemon world. And then also about the cute opening of the Pokemon anime's first episode and how it references the game. And all that stuff. But this one is actually saying Mewtwo Strikes Back is bad, but the show is good. Look at Bye Bye Butterfree. Which is weird because it's kind of like the first video and it's kind of a video shitting on it a little bit. But there's praise in there too, obviously, for the positive counterexample that I give in there. In an ideal world, the first Pokemon video probably should have been the episode ranking ones, but that's such a big project that it'll probably never happen. There are more interesting ones, like the anticlimax of Ash's first Pokemon League. That's a pretty interesting video. The Pokemon Battles video that I was working on a lot at the beginning of the year, but never ended up happening because I wanted to rewatch more of the show before I gave a straight opinion like that, or a more it's a more complicated opinion, not contradictory. That's a good video. These ones are just okay. But true. The execution of it wasn't so great. The writing is suffering a little bit. It should have been punchier. I did like half re-listen to these videos, so I have some critique here, but do I really remember what wasn't punchy and what suffered a little bit? Not really, not in this moment. And the narration is trying to carry things, but the wording is a little too wrong. This has been a problem, and I have noticed this in the last few videos I made, and it is just a laziness and a inability to redraft. But like wording and point order and stuff like that has been real bad recently. Especially, it's more so the case with the second video, which I actually think comes out to kind of a better product. Mostly because I think the music is really cool in the video. Though that video really doesn't have an ending. It's just a weird ending. The Mewtwo Strikes Back thing, like, there's a natural point where it ends, and then I start talking about, like, how there's no comedy. And that's just because I couldn't figure out a way and really didn't want to, like, do another draft of the script where I somehow fit the comedy stuff in earlier, and it was just afterwards. And also, I feel like a lot of the time, this has been the case in some of my previous videos. I can't remember which ones. But there's, like, the first video here, the Mewtwo Strikes Back one, is basically just a movie review. And I feel like I try too hard to tie it into some big point at the end that really doesn't matter. The point in this video is that, like, oh, the Pokemon movie, obviously they tried to go a step further than the anime series could, with, like, a dramatic story and some theming stuff and stuff like that. And honestly, that's not really the appeal of the Pokemon anime, and therefore it's kind of a silly idea, and then the execution is awkward. That doesn't really matter. It's kind of a good, like, if you're a doctor and you're analyzing, you're trying to why does this work and why does this not work? It was kind of okay there, because I did have the counterexample of Butterfree. But a lot of that was just about how the Mewtwo movie is really overwrought and annoying and, like, cringe. And the Butterfree moment is, like, funny and self-aware and cute. I don't know, I guess it's an okay point. Now I'm talking myself into liking the video again. There is still execution things, like the narration is whatever. I know I had, like, problems recording with both of the videos. I know, like, the second half of the Wacky Locations video, like, the gain was way too high on the microphone when I recorded, and I just didn't really want to do it again. And also, because of the nature of that video, I was trying to do wacky, more loose narration, and, like, sometimes it just didn't work, and I was trying to cut things together, and I would cut things out and stuff like that. There's a lack of polish on these videos, definitely. And more so, it is the case that, like, once I'm finished with a video, I've never, like, waited. I'm just like, oh, get it out now so I can get 1 million views and we can change my life out here. Let's go. But really, I'm sure, like, higher end YouTubers, like, the video is in Premiere, there's, like, a first draft, and they're not even thinking about uploading it. They're like, well, it's going to be a few months now, because now I've got to go back and actually, like, edit it together and figure out what works and what doesn't and go back through it and stuff. I do that kind of at the script level, and then never again. Even if the audio sometimes just isn't audible, I'll just continue through and put a little asterisk thing on the screen where I got the word wrong or something. I don't give a fuck. I really should, though. Especially if we want a level of polish on these videos. Now, neither of these videos really demands that level of polish, but if I eventually make any big Last of Us 2 videos, or even the big Chainsaw Man videos that might be coming up if you look at the last little dot point down there, we probably should take that approach. I feel like these are kind of the same things we say and whenever we talked about the scripted videos. They've all really kind of been awkward this year. Have we made a really good video this year? Like, even the Isaac video was, like, again, it's, like, a good point, but, like, I remember the structure of that video just being wrong, and obviously it should have been done a different way, but I just didn't want to redo it. The Dina video, I don't even remember what I say in that video. It's like the Take On Me scene comparisons, I guess. Maybe that was fine. It wasn't, like, a great video or anything. I can't even remember what other videos. A lot of the videos I've made this year have just been, like, small little ideas, which is kind of annoying. Like the Berserk opening pages one, whatever, who cares about that? I'm trying to remember what the fuck else I did this year. Which is probably not a good sign. Like, what would I even consider to be my best video at this point? Hold on, I'm getting my channel up on my phone. The Donald Duck video, again, is a little bit awkward. I actually do like the Crash 1 video. I think that's probably the best video this year. The open anime Pokemon opening short one I like too. They very much are all little videos, huh? I'm looking at them now. Like looking at all of the other videos last year, like the Devilman ending video I think is good. The Marketing of Last of Us Part 2 video I think is really good. The Narrative Destiny one I think is good. I feel like all these videos are better than that. Oh my god, the Black Sails video is so recent. It makes me want to kill myself. So I guess we need to make good videos. It's like the thing. The Donald Duck video is okay. It just is like a game review. And I remember it being just like all of the complaints we've had here, where it's like structurally it probably could have been a little more turned around. And that is definitely the example of the video that tries to tie in to have a larger point at the end, where it's like, Crash Bandicoot clones, and isn't it nice that some exist? Or something like that. It's like, okay, whatever. It's trying to be cute. I don't know. It's trying to be core themes, the ending line or whatever. Kill yourself. Anyway, where was I up to in reading this shit? Awkward transition between points too. That is true. Comes down to rushing and wanting to be done. True. I just rediscovered that in my little monologue here. For the second one, this video was born out of the Donald Duck model. Oh yeah, the point of this video is, I think that's pretty good clickbait. Is like, if you've seen the Pokemon anime, you probably remember that they went to like fake cities all the time and wacky locations. And a list. I think this video needs a better thumbnail. And it could go further. Maybe I should think about doing that. I'm not sure. Really what it should be is it should just be one, because right now it's like 3 place establishing shots from the anime that are really not that identifiable. And with text over the top. Which one would I choose though? Like the best option would probably be the Pokemon the Movie 2000 ones, but the whole point at the end of that video is that I'm not counting those, even though I spent like a minute and a half talking about them. And the rest of them really aren't recognizable enough. I'm trying to think of the locations now in my head. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe like the Ghost of Maiden's Peak would be the best one. I'll think about it. Or I'll probably forget about it. And while being more successful than any of my other Pokemon anime videos, it didn't quite realize its success as in the Donald Duck video's success. Curiosity is a big attention grabber, and that's what I thought the title preyed upon. There's no real opinions here, but the video hopefully gives off a positive vibe towards Pokemon's filler. I like the music in the video. The movie stuff at the end is a bad ending, kinda, and the Hollywood joke isn't funny enough for a closer either. True. That video does have an awkward ending too. But we already talked about these fucking Pokemon videos. Last PowerPoint. Now I just had the shiver run down my spine of, are we recording? We are. My goodness, back to the PowerPoint. The last video I talked about pivoting to The Sopranos, but I've kicked that can further down the road as I half rewatched the series in preparation. So in the meantime, Chainsaw Man has recaptured my attention. The appeal of Chainsaw Man / Chainsaw Man is meta, which is one video. And a video about Denji's Goonerism is the focus. This is true. I think it is time. I think I'm mildly interested in Chainsaw Man at this present moment, where I hadn't been for a long time. The Sopranos video, I don't know, at this point I'm just spending most of my time rewatching the fucking show. And initially I was skipping scenes, and I didn't rewatch season 1 because, I don't know, whichever episode the normies were up to, which was probably like season 2, episode 2, when I caught up to their reactions is where like I started watching the show from, because I've seen season 1 so many fucking times. I've seen season 2 nearly as many times, but now I'm into the stuff in season 3 that I've legitimately only ever seen once, in full context. I've watched a million scenes on YouTube a million times and stuff like that. So that's exciting, but the 2 videos are supposed to be about James Gandolfini's performance as Tony Soprano and what do you call it? And the point of The Sopranos, which both you kind of need the full context of the show in sort of the center of your mind to like comment upon or to get all your ducks in a row or whatever. There's an expression there to figure it out. So yeah, I'm working on these Chainsaw Man videos, though I did in a similar fashion sort of go through the first 2 chapters of Chainsaw Man. But those will be fun videos. I think there's obviously the Chainsaw Man videos probably have a better chance of doing well. But we will see. We'll see. Hopefully, like, honestly, if I just got like one of the Chainsaw Man videos out next month, I think I would be satisfied. 2 would be very nice. But anyway, moving on to the unscripted videos section. Only 5 unscripted videos were uploaded to secondary ENT this month. That's -4. There was also 1 ordinary RE appearance. There were Chainsaw Man chapter reviews, a monthly PowerPoint, and 2, count 'em, 2 Jockey Bacon discussions, both capping off Cowboy Bebop with discussing its second half and movie, and starting Steins Gate discussing its first 12 episodes. Sherlock Season 2 on ordinary RE also. Boo, that one fucking sucks compared to all those other cool things. The Jockey Bacon collabs have blossomed in August, and now the No Good Bastard is out of town for 2 weeks, which hasn't even started yet, I don't think. So maybe we'll get the second half of Steins Gate in this month. I'm hoping. Don't worry, we have others coming up. That's true. Mia and Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which is a movie discussion we are doing. We actually have already done, and it is recorded, but Mia has to edit some things in and stuff like that. And then I was thinking that was going to be uploaded before this, but it looks like it'll be uploaded afterwards. That discussion will be on my channel, and me and Mia are doing Claymore coming up. I have in fact read the first 5 volumes, just about. I'm like 2 chapters away from finishing the first 5 volumes of Claymore, which will be what we discuss in the first video. Assumingly, once I get to the end, I might say like, oh, maybe we should do 6 and go a little further. I'm not so certain. Oh my goodness, who is in this fucking call clapping? What is happening, chat? Did you hear that clapping? I know you did. Whoever it was left. They think they're doing a great prank here. Leader, he thinks I'm freaking out. I can see that he's online. He's pathetic, frankly, chat. I think my audio is, what do you call it? Being captured for this. Anyway, what a loser. He was just curious what we were doing in here. Fucking idiot, it's the first of the month. God, we hate Elite RE here. No, speaking of Elite RE, anyway, I think I finished my Claymore point. True. Again, if anybody is a big Claymore fan and thinks they know when we should start and stop, you leave a comment and I might listen to you. Though I also might not. So yes, a lot of Mia discussions coming up, especially in the meantime while Jockey Bacon is, I don't know, shitting in Canada somewhere. Naruto with Elite RE is becoming a reality. He has committed to it slightly. But he said I have to finish Sherlock first. Now, if I wasn't already not looking forward to watching more of this shitty Sherlock show, can you believe an ultimatum has now been given, which just makes the want plummet, frankly. It's not so bad. I just need to start watching it again. It feels like a gigantuan task. There's like 7 hour-and-a-half episodes. Oh, maybe we'll do them all next month, and then we can start Naruto in the great month of October. And we've also got Evangelion all together, but obviously that's on behind. Jockey Bacon wants to be in that, right? And he's gone for 2 weeks. Evangelion will be more heavily split up, I think. Well, I know, in fact. Maybe we'll do like finish Steins Gate, then do Evangelion, then do Steins Gate 0. I'm not sure. But we will see. So basically we got little individual ones with all of our frequent collaborators here. And obviously this was like the main probably achievement this month was the 2 Jockey Bacon discussions in a month, which is kind of crazy. I think there's a total of like 8.5 hours of me and Bacon talking about shit this month, so that's pretty cool. Plus like the 2.5 hours me and Ari did on shitty, I nearly said Doctor Who, and I typed Doctor Who actually when I was making the PowerPoint, but shitty Sherlock. They are the same show after all. We didn't do any movie duo with Elite RE this month, either this month I have written down here. True, last month I was yapping about doing some David Lynch movies, but we never got around to it. I didn't even really think about it much. But also on secondary ENT, Oh, I think the reason why I brought Claymore up is I'm pretty sure we're going to put Claymore on Mia's channel, which will be good. Mia has really only ever done Villain Saga videos, so we'll see. I think, honestly, we probably have a better chance of getting some viewers. Like, I don't think anybody in my central little group of fans that actually watch these discussion videos and that I know about and will tell me things about it have seen Claymore, so I don't know if any of them are going to watch the review series. But maybe Mia's got some fans over there. Some big Vinland Saga people. Big manga people. My people. I should be over there. So that should be good. Because Bacon doesn't put any of this shit on his second channel. Naruto, I think, will probably go on Alina's channel. Though we're just trying to figure out like who will get more views. Actually, I think last time we said we should put it on my channel because I have some Naruto Shippuden reviews with a bunch of views. We'll see. I'm not sure. If we were ever going to do the thing where we alternate between the channels, this would probably be the month. Not the month, the one to do it for Naruto, because there'll be so many parts and stuff like that. But also on the second channel, we might. I've been meaning to edit to like do a little compilation edit of the Nuzlocke so far, which we've been streaming, which we haven't talked about yet. But hopefully I'll do something on that front this month too. Less is more on the secondary ENT side of things, question mark. True. I feel like I'm very satisfied with getting both Bacon discussions out, even if really we didn't do anything else. We just did our monthly PowerPoint and our required Chainsaw Man chapter reviews. But we'll see. Who knows? Streams. 8 streams happen in August. That's only +1. At the beginning of the month, you would have thought we'd have like 14 streams. We started our Emerald Nuzlocke. That's been on a bit of a hiatus recently, after starting strong in the beginning of the month. Then we played a little bit of bingo. True. That is true. In like the first 2 weeks, I did like 6 streams, all Nuzlocking. I was very into it. And then I don't know, it did die off, the motivation a little bit. But we'll get it back. I promise we'll get it back. So yeah, in the end, we only had one more stream than we did last month. We're averaging probably 5, maybe 6 streams a month. So 6 times 12 equals 72. That's actually quite a bit of streams. I was going to say our streaming numbers might be down, but actually maybe they're not. Year over year, of course. Because at the end of the year, we get to do a big year-over-year PowerPoint and compare it to the PowerPoint we did last year, of course. We'll get back to the Emerald Nuzlocke and keep streamlining our video essay bingo list in the coming month. That's the plan for streams this month. I am pretty excited to do a normal stream. That'll probably be my next stream, where we watch more video essays. The bingo thing I'm referring to is we made a big sort of bingo list about video essay tropes. It was very fun to make because we were watching some silly Chainsaw Man videos. So it'll be a fun time to sort of talk and add to that as we do some normal streams. Maybe I should do one Nuzlocke stream and one normal stream a month. Who knows? I don't think I'll ever have that type of structure, but anyway. Maybe I should stream whatever the fuck I want, huh? Jesus Christ. I gotta yawn and drink. This is gonna be a little bit of a fucking buffer. I ain't cutting this shit out. Come and watch the Nuzlocke. Is that the end of this stream segment? I think it is. We're blazing through this PowerPoint. Media consumption. Well, I guess just on that, like the other notable thing we did this month was probably start the Nuzlocke, I think. It's the Jerky Bacon discussions in the Nuzlocke. But we did do a bunch of other things, but like those scripted videos. But, we're not as happy with those. Media consumption. 5 things were consumed and listed in the month of August. Cowboy Bebop, Crash Bandicoot 1 and 2 Insane Editions, Cowboy Bebop the movie, and Portrait of a Lady on Fire. True. Not the most eventful month consuming. True. So basically I was playing through and 100%ing, because I'm and getting the Platinum Trophy, even though I already had it for Crash 1, but for Crash 2. Both the insane versions of it. At some point, I might have even said, I can't remember if I said it on a stream or I said it in the last PowerPoint, where I was like, I'm just going to count it as one thing on my media checklist. After it took 20 to 30 hours to fucking finish Crash 1 and 100% it, I said, we're putting them on this separately. I need some credit for this. Otherwise, this would have been 3 things consumed this month. But ongoing, it's not all bad because we've got ongoing assumptions here. Also, the only thing I watched for the first time or did for the first time was the Cowboy Bebop movie, which is cute. Ongoing consumption. One season of Sherlock, probably a little bit of Pokemon Y version. I really can't remember because I haven't played it in a while. But I probably played it this month a little bit. The second half of episode 5 of the Romanoffs, shout out. Most of Crash Warped Insane Edition. True, I've nearly finished Crash Warped. I thought about finishing it today, but then I remembered I got to do my PowerPoint. 2 worlds of Super Meat Boy. True, I've been playing that. 12 episodes of Steins Gate and 5 volumes of Claymore. Just about, like 4.5. That's pretty impressive a little bit, you know. It's not quite our whole month of Monster, reading the whole thing in 1 month that we did that one time, but it's pretty cool. Even if the only 5 things listed and consumed would reflect such things. Now, we got 4 months left. I believe we're at 72 things consumed. And we've got to hit the big 100 number. I'll spam watch movies at the end of the year if I have to get this fucking number up. I'll play fucking 1 hour of walking sims. I don't give a fuck. I'm crazy. It is so funny that like every year before this year, I think we had like 3 years where we got like 29 things or something consumed. This year we've been consuming. Video games have been a pretty big part of it too, though. What was I saying? There's a particular point I was getting to 100. Oh, I was trying to do the math. So if we have 4 months and we've got roughly 30 things to do, 40 divided by 3, 30 divided by 4. Wait, if it was just 30 divided by 3, that would be 10 things. 10 things a month! But we got an extra month. So it's like probably like 7 things a month or something. That's kind of crazy. I don't know if I can do it. But we got to try. Things we made no progress on was the same as usual minus Cowboy Bebop, which is done. Woohoo! True, Cowboy Bebop had been on the things we had made like very little progress on for a long time. It's now out of the woods. But all the things, the books, the anime, Zombie 100, all these things, the same things as always. Mario 64, Final Fantasy 4, no progress were made on these things. My favorite things consumed in August was everything. True, there's nothing here worse than 4 stars. There might be nothing here worse than 4.5 stars. Though these fucking Crash Insane games, the fucking hitboxes, especially when I'm going for these fucking time trials, make me want to kill myself. How did they fuck it up this bad? And it ain't no skill issue, I'll tell you that much. I'm the greatest Crash Bandicoot player there ever was. So those are pissing me off. They might drop down to 4. In fact, I think I might have given them 4s on Backlogged. But who knew? Do you know there's like a TV? It's not really a TV thing. I kind of found a semi-TV mal where it's just called TV Time, but it's really just for tracking what you've watched, which is a little bit helpful. Because I remember, in my fake introduction to one of the Sopranos videos, I was like listening through a bunch of TV shows I like. And I was like, oh, what TV shows have I ever finished? I don't even have a reference for this, but now I kind of do. On TV Time, the app. And I think it lets you rate individual episodes, but not series overall, which is very annoying. But anyway, somebody make fucking mal for TV shows. What the fuck are we doing here? But true, Portrait of the Lady on Fire is the best out of those things, because it is the only 5-star thing there. But it was probably the thing I was least excited to watch or do again, just because it was again, I guess. But anyway, big discussion with Mia on that coming out probably the day after you see this. Media consumption plans for August. These were our plans last month. Let's see how we did. Pokemon Y is a big one this month, I suspect. I also have started the Insane Trilogy, and I will want to work through the PS4 Crash games before going on to Astro Bot. Also downloaded Super Meat Boy and Mega Man Legacy Collection. I didn't start any Mega Man. I did start Super Meat Boy. We did far more focus on the Crash Insane Trilogy than Pokemon Y, which I don't really know how much we did last month. Though we were doing it heavily towards the back end of July. We were playing Pokemon Y a lot. I think we're like 12 hours into that game. I've also been thinking about God of War PS2. I kind of forgot about God of War PS2, I must say. I didn't think about it nearly as much as I thought I was going to. City the Animation keeps getting pitched to me. Apocalypse Hotel is not completely out of the question. These are like the popular anime of this year. And by popular, I mean well-regarded by Heath and I assume other people. I didn't start or think about either of these too much. We'll continue Sherlock with Elite RE at least to season 2. True, we did that. Cowboy Bebop with Bacon should be right ahead. Now that Villain Saga is finished. True, we finished that. Then Evangelion with everybody is the big other thing. Yikes. I'll pitch Blue Velvet and Mulholland Drive as a movie duo to Elite RE. Whoops. Elite RE is also pitching this original Sin nonsense too, and of course, we'll see about Naruto. We did get an answer on Naruto, so that's progress, but we didn't do anything about Tagopi's original Sin. I have not read that manga. Media consumption plan for September. Again, at the beginning of this year, we were doing big outlines for our media consumption. I was very excited. One of my favorite parts of the month was figuring out what I thought I was going to consume. And nowadays, the last few months, I've just been like, I don't have any idea. Fuck off. So here we are. Continuing the Crash pipeline into Crash CTR Remastered. I honestly have no idea how much I'm going to enjoy that game or how much time I'm going to spend with it. I'll at least beat the story mode, obviously, so I can add it to the media checklist. But we'll have to see with this one. I'm honestly not sure. I think I'll be more excited to move into Crash 4 and then Astrobot by the time we get there. We'll see, though. There's a bunch of smaller story games on PS4/5 that I want to play through. There's a million walking simulators. Kentucky Route Zero or Road Zero, whichever one that is. That's like a game. Like even things like Oxenfree and stuff like that. I'm like, man, I would play all these games, I think. And they're probably pretty short, and I could probably get through them pretty quickly. Now that I have basically a PS5 at my disposal constantly, I do want to play more games like that. There's also like those Sam Barlow games that I haven't played on PC, which would be cool to get back to, I think. But yeah, there's a bunch of those games. Also, Minecraft is calling in an annoying way. This is true. I did like try to start a Minecraft world, and then I got like 35 minutes in, and then I died, and I was like, I'm not redoing the breaking the tree, finding coal thing, and looking for a place to live thing again right now. So I'll do it later. But I've still never beaten the Ender Dragon, and I think I should just do that, and then I can add it to my checklist. Yeah, I think it's always there. There's also Super Meat Boy, right, that I haven't, that I have sort of fallen off a little bit, that I would like to get back to. Basically, I was like doing Crash and that at the same time, but then I really got into Crash, I think. This is more when I was on Crash 1, I think, but while Crash 2 was happening, it was very much just Crash 2, and now that Crash 3 has happened and is nearly over, I've been very focused on that. I have all the relics in the first 25 levels, pretty cool. At some point, I want to play all the Game of the Year contenders that I would be interested into, not interesting into. So right now, Expedition 33 is a game that I should probably play. Blueprints is another one. Get it? It sounds like blueprints. Smart and clever. Because, I don't know, it's just fun when you actually have, like, I'll probably watch the Game Awards. I'll probably be watching with all my favorite kind of funny people. And it's fun to be invested in what wins. I'm pretty sure Expedition 33 is almost certainly going to win. Though this fucking shitty Hollow Knight game has got to come out. Because I'm predicting, I'm pretty sure they do 6. I think Blueprints will definitely be there. Expedition 33 will definitely be there. There's Kingdom Come Deliverance. There's Donkey Kong. There's probably going to be Hollow Knight. And then maybe one more. I don't know. Is Ghost of Yotei going to come out before the Streamer Awards? That's a crazy one because it's so close to it. And it's a PS5, Sony first party game. And it's probably going to be pretty good to the people that like it. I don't know. That game might win. People really like that fucking Donkey Kong game, though. So out of that list, maybe I'll have played Ghost of Tsushima by the time we get to Ghost of Yotei, so I'll play that one too. I'm not super confident on that, though. So these two, Expedition 33 and Blueprints, would probably be the ones I would want to play. I guess now I'm thinking of it, I'm probably forgetting something, and Blueprints might get bumped, but I don't know, we'll see. They usually love to have like one indie game on there. Pokemon Y is another big one that I let slip this month and should get back to. True, we already talked about that. Steins Gate should be done by the end of the month, though I could see it not happening. We'll have to see. And I'll probably aim for Sherlock 2B2. The orange jumpsuit on the horizon is a good motivator, true. I don't want to watch Sherlock. I don't want to. But I guess I have to. Elitary is making me. But, hopefully that's done by the end of the month so it can be out of the way and we can start the great Naruto. I think I would just be very optimistic of watching Sherlock if we hadn't agreed to do the Naruto thing. Claymore, I'll be continuing to. True, but it almost certainly won't be done. Now, if I could just read it all by myself, I could probably finish it in the next month. It's the easiest fucking read in the world. Not to spoil what I think about Shitty Claymore. Hey, Monster was a good, easy read, and I hate Monster. So we'll have to see. Evangelion is also a possibility. There is a possibility we probably do like the first video on Evangelion, which will be the first 6 episodes. We'll see. At some point, I also want to start going back and cleaning up all the stuff I kind of started this year so I don't have a bunch of drops at the end of the year. True, like I could easily finish Lotus War, and I could easily finish Apocalypse Hotel, and I could probably easily finish K-On!, and I could probably easily finish Mario 64, and that one scary game RPG I was playing on PC. What was that game called? Outside or something? And I should probably do all that stuff. But yeah, we'll see. It doesn't seem like the most fun thing. Like Zombie 100 is also on that list. So is the Heavenly Delusion anime, I think. And obviously the books too, which are things I should probably get back to. Other than that, I'm not too locked in here. True. I'm sure something will sprint out of the backfield and we'll play. We will see. Checking in with the goals. We're nearly done, everybody. 50,000 subscribers. We're at about 10.2 or something, I think, right? Or are we at 11.2? I think it's just 10, right? This goal is getting almost entirely, extremely impossible, I believe. Though, yeah, it is only 10.2. The spirit of it, making a lot of videos, has lived up to it. We did get a very well-doing video, okay? That Donald Duck video, where is it? Let me get it up on my phone again. Is it like my fourth most popular video ever? I think the Baltic Sea Wall might still be in front of it. Yeah, it's in 5th, so that's pretty good. I'll take it. But hopefully we get one more big one. This Denji Goonerism one, I could see it. I could see it getting up there. Improved output, stuff like that. We wanted 12 videos this year, and we are up to 10 with 4 months to go. So I'm pretty sure we're going to hit that one. So that one's good. Better ideas. This is one we really haven't lived up to. Pokemon is what the people want, right? He screams. 4 round those 10 videos this year. We're fucking Pokemon anime videos. That's awesome. We haven't made any of the legacy videos, but we swear the Pokemon anime video is coming soon. And more focus directed at footy ENT finals coming up. Crazy. True. We didn't make any videos this year. You always want to make videos in the off season for football. It's when all the speculation's happening. Football season is nearly over. It's crazy. Yeah, I think that's all we needed to go over. We sort of have to seriously start looking at this stuff. I think Chainsaw Man is a good direction for the month. If we could get both videos out, we hit the 12 out of 12 thing. We've kind of then made most of, at least some of, besides the Madman video, we've made encroaches on all of those legacy videos there. And that'll be fine. And footy ENT focus, who cares about that? So yeah, I don't know. This month, reflecting on it didn't feel too good. Even though it wasn't the worst month in the world. But hopefully we'll be back next month. We'll all be a month into the future. Oh my God, all the possibilities that could happen in the next month. You, chat, you could get a girlfriend in the next month. I believe in you. You could do it. I could make a Chainsaw Man video. I could do it, chat. I could do it. We could get to 50,000 subscribers if we uploaded a video every day that was of stark, strong quality. And even then, I don't know. Maybe we'd lose subscribers. People would get spammed in their feed and they wouldn't like it. But there's endless possibilities. Don't kill yourself. Whoa. What an ending. Fucking dog is barking outside, ruining my vibe. Anyway, support links in the description below. See you next month. Thanks.